And we'll start a new first player turn, starting with our first player, Adriana. She is currently at the magistrate's office. Adriana currently has one investigation token, and she does have a layer card that's at the stone bridge. So she'll need to travel to the stone bridge to try to get a piece of cursed gold. And I think that's what she'll do. We'll make a movement roll for her. She has a horse. The roll is a 5, and that's modified to a 6. And I think what Adriana will do is she's going to move to the crossroads where she can encounter that event card and Sophie, the midwife. That might earn her some investigation tokens. So she'll spend 4 movement points to reach the crossroads. And once there, she's able to encounter that town elder. She's going to roll a d6 and gain that much investigation. If the roll is a 1, that town elder will gain a secret. If it's a 6, the town elder will receive a resolve token. Okay, here's the roll. And Adriana rolled a 2, so that'll earn her 2 investigation tokens. That'll move her up to a total of 3. And Sophie, the midwife, will be removed from the board, and that card will be placed in the discard. Adriana is at the crossroads, and she's going to encounter this space. Now, that's a dangerous location. She's going to roll a d6. On a roll of 3 or greater, she'll draw an event. However, on a 1 or 2, she has to draw a mystery. The roll is a 3, and she's going to draw an event card. The card is revealed to be Magistrate's Mandate. Event, play immediately. Play this card on any hero. That hero may now carry 1 additional card from either the Old Woods or the Abandoned Keep. Remains in play. Well, I think we're going to play that card on Captain Hawkins. He currently has a card from the Abandoned Keep, so this would allow him to carry an extra card from that location. Normally you can only carry 1 card from each corner location and up to 3 town, monastery, or Tidewater items. So we'll give that to Captain Hawkins. And that's going to end Adriana's turn, and we'll move on to Jack Fellows. And Jack is currently at the docks at Tidewater, and he's going to play an event card prior to his movement roll. And he's going to play the card Follow the Clues, event. Before moving normally on your turn, move your hero to any space on the board that contains 1 or more investigation tokens. Collect all investigation in that space. Well, Jack is going to move to the bog on the Echo Lakes board. And that card's going to allow Jack to claim all of the investigation tokens there. He has a total of 5 there. And that's going to boost Jack up to a total of 9 investigation tokens. So that's well done for him. There are no enemies in the bog, so Jack is going to encounter the space. Now the bog is a dangerous location, so he's going to make a roll, and hopefully we can roll 3 or greater and gain an event card. Here's the roll. Roll is a 6, and that will entitle Jack to draw an event card. And the card is revealed to be Take Cover, event. Play during a fight round to prevent all hits a hero would take on the d6 roll of 3 or better each. If played during a showdown, all heroes and town elders involved may use this ability for 1 shadow fight round. Well, that's a very valuable card. We'll add that to our collection of cards. And then Jack's next action will be to purchase a layer card. He's going to pay 3 investigation and gain a layer card in search of some more cursed gold. And the layer card's revealed to be at the shipwreck, so he'll be heading back towards the coast. And I think that's going to end Jack Fellows' turn, and we'll move on to Harlow Morgan. All right, Harlow Morgan is next, and he has that genius ability that's going to gain him 1 investigation token at the start of his turn. That moves him up to a total of 6 investigation. And now we're going to have Harlow roll for movement. Harlow rolls a 5, and he's going to try to move towards the covered bridge, and that's where he has a layer card. So we'll move him 5 spaces down the track towards the covered bridge. And that move will take Harlow past the bog, past the crossroads, and he's on a road space just south of the covered bridge. And I think that's going to end Harlow's turn. There's nothing to encounter on that road space, and he's pretty content with being near where he needs to be to search for the covered gold. We'll move on to Captain Hawkins. Captain Hawkins is currently at the magistrate's office where he's commanding a section of militia. He's going to roll for movement. He has 2 curse gold and 2 investigation tokens, but he does not have a layer card at this time. And Captain Hawkins rolls a 6, and that'll give him 6 movement points. And I think Captain Hawkins is going to spend those movement points and travel to the Old Woods. He spends 4 movement points. He reaches the Old Woods. There are no minions at that location, so he'll encounter the space. And at the Old Woods, he finds the card Garland. Item, ward, plant. All vampire enemies attacking you are -1 fight die, minimum of 1. Discard to prevent up to 2 wounds to any hero or town elder in your space, including yourself. All right, that's a good card. We'll give that to Captain Hawkins. And I think that's going to end his turn. And we'll move on to the mystery phase. And we'll start the mystery phase with the Advanced Cooperative Mystery Phase chart roll. And the roll is a 4, and that says Lies and Deceit. Roll a d6. Any town elder with an honor equal to or less than the roll gains 1 secret. If any town elder has 3 or more unrevealed secrets, immediately reveal them. All right, we'll make the required roll. And unfortunately, the roll is a 6, so every town elder is going to receive an extra secret card. And unfortunately, that means we're going to be revealing the secrets of Lady Hanbrook, Dr. Manning, and the Tidewater elders, the Harbor Master and Widow Jessica. We'll start with Widow Jessica. And her secrets are going to be revealed to be a little secret full of lies. Without shame or remorse, this town elder spins tales of their exploits and sows seeds of deceit amongst their rivals. No deed is too small to steal credit for. No amount of praise is ever enough. This is of no consequence to the investigation, no effect. Okay, so that's good. The next card is another little secret, and it says Manic. A manic sort. The elder's mood and demeanor can change dramatically at the drop of a hat. One moment they are lucid. They are a lucid companion full of bravado and cheer. The next, they are slumped in a chair, downing another swig of demon gin. Okay, that has no effect. That's good. And the final card is, unfortunately, Servant to Darkness. Working in the shadows, the town elder has been seduced by the dark promise of power and riches. They are now an evil shell of their former self, little more than a henchman of darkness. When revealed, the town elder flips to become an evil elder, joining the villain. If this elder was part of your hunting party, they immediately make free 2 fight dice attack against you, or against every hero present in a cooperative or team play. All right, so that means the Widow Jessica now becomes the Collector. It's going to add +1 combat to the villain and another wound box. Next is going to be the Harbor Master. We'll see what secrets he has. His first one is a little secret, Voyeur. Sneaking around town at night, this town elder peers through the windows of his neighbors, watching them from afar. Who knows what other devilish acts and depraved deeds they have committed while gullivating through the wicked night. That has no effect on the game. Next one is another, this one's a shadow puppet, Shadow's Puppet. The elder's mind has been taken by the dark evil of the villain, twisted and controlled to do terrible things. If revealed, the town elder immediately flips to become an evil elder and joins the villain. While this evil elder is alive, move the shadow track 1 step closer to darkness at the start of each showdown fight round. All right, that is not good. So that means that the Harbor Master is going to become the Master of Death. His last card is just a standard secret, and as he is already a evil elder, the card will not apply. So we're going to move that card to the tableau of the ghost ship, and he's going to gain another aid to his treachery. And our next elder is going to be Dr. Manning. We'll find out what his secrets are. He has 3 of them as well. His first one is a little secret, a second life. With a penchant for week-long excursions to the bustling city nearby, the town elder does not speak of what dark treasures their ill-gotten wealth can provide, or what dark influences they have brought back with them. This is of no consequence to the investigation. The next card is Brilliant Mind, Secret Pure. The town elder is a genius, a brilliant scholar with a sharp wit and humble demeanor. They would make a cunning ally. During a showdown, the hero gains +1 combat and +1 cunning, as well as the town elder's special ability. Also, the hero may draw an event at the start of each showdown fight round. +1 to combat and +2 cunning. That's a great card. And finally, we have Selfless Martyr, Secret Pure. With strong purpose and sense of duty, the town elder would go to any length to save their family, friends, or even a stranger. If this means dying for the cause, so be it. Discard any evil secrets revealed on this town elder. Once revealed, anytime a hero would be KO'd, they may instead have this town elder jump in the way to save them, prevent all wounds that the hero was about to take, and instead the town elder is killed. This may not be prevented. All right. And finally, on our secrets hit parade, we have Lady Hanbrook. First is a little secret. Deserter. Once part of a ship's crew in the Continental Navy, the elder abandoned their post, slipping away into the night to escape their dreaded fate at sea on the eve of a fierce maritime skirmish. Has no effect. Next one is On the Hunt. Reveal immediately. Place the marker for this town elder on the board in any namespace of your choice. While in the same space as this town elder, a hero may add the elder's spirit, cunning, and or honor to his own for any card, effect, or test. Anytime the shadow track crosses into a new stage, move the elder to a new random location. If the secret is discarded or the town elder is killed, remove their marker from the board. And finally, we have Coward. The town elder has gone through life with a boastful roar and an arrogant bravado. In reality, when confronted with the most trivial of threats, they are reduced to a whimpering, quivering lump, just as likely to soil themselves as they are to run screaming into the night. While part of a hunting party, roll a d6 at the start of each showdown fight round. On the roll of a 1, 2, or 3, the town elder runs away screaming. Return the town elder to its normal position. All right, little conflict of interest there between the Hunt and the Coward. So we're to place the Lady Hanbrook model anywhere on the board in a named space, and then she'll move as the shadow track moves into different stages. Well, I think we'll place her at the abandoned keep. And that's going to complete the Advanced Cooperative Mystery Phase chart roll. We'll move on to the mystery card draw. And the card is revealed to be Murder, Mystery, Death. The villain has struck again. Place 3 investigation on the board at a random location. Move the shadow track 1 step closer to darkness. And that's going to occur at the inn on the Echo Lake board. Well, the murder card is going to move the shadow track down 1 step to darkness. It'll move from 15 down to 14. And then also, since that card is murder, that is going to kick in the Ship of the Dead advanced ability. Anytime the mystery card Murder is played, also the Ghost Captain is placed in that space along with Ghost Pirates in 2 additional random spaces. So we've placed the Ghost Captain at the inn, and now we're going to be placing Ghost Pirates at 2 random locations. Board is getting very filled. We'll be placing a Ghost Pirate at the Lighthouse and another at the Icy Waters. And that's going to complete the mystery phase. We're going to move our first player token from Adriana to Jack Fellows. And that's going to complete the turn. And we're going to begin another hero turn, starting with our first player, which is Jack Fellows. Jack is currently at the bog. He has a total of 6 investigation tokens, 1 pirate gold, and he does have a layer card indicating that he can find another piece of gold at the shipwreck. So we're going to probably try to head Jack back to the coast. Jack has a horse and he'll roll for movement. His roll is a 5, that's modified to a 6. And Jack moves to a road space between the just south of the stone bridge, a few spaces away from that. That's where he moves to. And I think he's going to end his turn there, and we'll move on to Harlow Morgan. All right, Harlow Morgan is on the road space just south of the covered bridge. He has 6 investigation, and he does have a layer card for the covered bridge, so that's where he can find some pirate gold. We're going to make a roll for movement for him. Harlow rolls a 6, so he's got plenty of movement, and he'll go to the covered bridge. Harlow reaches the covered bridge, and there are no enemies at that location, so he's going to commence his actions. His first one will be to claim the pirate gold. Harlow's going to pay the cost of the layer card. It's 1 investigation at the covered bridge, and that's going to earn him 1 piece of the pirate treasure. Harlow gains a piece of the cursed gold. That's his first piece. We're making fairly good progress in the collection of that cursed gold. Harlow has 1 piece, Captain Hawkins has 2, and Jack Fellows has 1. So we're making progress. The next step is going to be for Harlow to encounter the space. Now the covered bridge is a dangerous location. He's going to roll a d6. And unfortunately he rolls a 1. That's going to mean that he needs to resolve a mystery card. And the card's revealed to be the Horror Mystery. At the start of each mystery phase, including this one, roll once on the cooperative mystery phase chart if playing the competitive game, or roll a second time on the chart if playing the cooperative game remains in play. That's a very, very bad card for us. And I think Harlow is going to play an event card, and that one is called Hold Back the Darkness Event. Play to cancel any single mystery card on a d6 roll of 3+. So this is going to be very important for us to be able to cancel that card, and otherwise we're going to be making 2 advanced cooperative mystery phase chart rolls each turn, which will be very severe. The roll was a 2, and unfortunately that event card, Hold Back the Darkness, does not cancel the mystery card. And unfortunately I have no other cards or abilities which will allow me to cancel that card at this time. So that card is going to remain active, and we'll leave that on the board face up. That was a very bad result for us. Harlow is going to spend 3 investigation points to gain a layer card. Layer card's revealed to be the church, so that's close by. That's good. That'll cost him 3 investigation. That leaves him with 2 investigation. And I believe that's going to end Harlow's turn. Next up is going to be Captain Hawkins. He is at the Old Woods. He has 2 pieces of cursed gold, 2 investigation. He has no layer card, so we're going to have to try to send him, I think, to the inn. He'll combat the ghost captain and perhaps gain some of that investigation tokens that are there. So we're going to make a roll for Captain Hawkins for movement. Captain Hawkins rolls a 5, so he has 5 movement points. Captain Hawkins uses the 5 points to move to the inn, and he is going to combat the ghost captain. The ghost captain will be fighting 1 round against him. He has a fight dice value of 5, and he's going to gain +2 because Captain Hawkins doesn't have 3 pieces of the cursed gold. Captain Hawkins has a combat value of 3, and his musket will add an additional 2, so he'll be rolling 5 dice. Captain Hawkins scores 3 hits. That's going to give him a total of 6 investigation tokens. However, the ghost captain scored 2 hits, and Captain Hawkins is going to have to take 2 wounds in the process. To prevent that, Captain Hawkins is going to use the garland that he acquired at the Old Woods. It says discard to prevent up to 2 wounds to any hero or town elder in your space, including yourself. So that's what he's going to do. The ghost captain will move off map, and Captain Hawkins has earned his 6 investigation, moving him up to 8 investigation tokens. Captain Hawkins will gain 1 of those investigation tokens at the inn for free. And then as an action, he can test either spirit or cunning. And on a successful roll of 5 or 6, he'll be able to pick up 1 additional token there for a search for clues. Captain Hawkins will use his cunning. He has a cunning of 3, so that'll entitle him to 3 dice. Captain Hawkins has 1 success. That'll earn him 1 additional investigation token. And for his next action, he's going to encounter the inn. And it says before encountering, gain 2 investigation or heal a wound. Well, he's going to gain the 2 investigation. That will move Captain Hawkins up to a total of 12 investigation. And now Captain Hawkins will draw an inn card. And Captain Hawkins finds an ally named Abigail Stern. Ally, female, occult. It'll provide him with an extra wound box plus 1 cunning. And her flavor text reads, "I've read about something like this before. It's not good." Well, that's a great find. We'll add that to his tableau. And Captain Hawkins' next action will be to draw a layer card. He'll pay 3 investigation, and this layer card will reveal the location of some cursed pirate gold. And the card's revealed to be the town hall. And he'll add that to his tableau, and that will cost him 3 investigation, dropping him down to a total of 9. And I think that's going to end Captain Hawkins' turn. We'll move on to Adriana. She's currently at the crossroads, and she has a layer card for the stone bridge. So we'll see if we can kind of move her towards the coast. She'll make a roll for movement. She has a horse. That'll give her +1 to move. Adriana rolls a 5, and that's modified to a 6. So we'll move her towards the coast board as far as she can go. And using her maximum movement, that gets her to the road space where Jack Fellows is. And I think Adriana's going to play an event card. And she's going to play the card Accusation. It says, play as an action to immediately gain 3 investigation for each other hero in your space. So that'll earn Adriana 3 investigation, moving her up to 6. Adriana's going to play an additional event card called Out of Nowhere. Event, play at any time to search the event discard pile. Take any one play immediately card from there and play it immediately. That's what she's going to do. And she's going to play that clandestine meeting card. Play immediately. Choose a town elder and place their marker on the board in any empty space. The next time any hero ends their move in the space with the elder, remove him from the board, and the hero gains D6 investigation. That's great. So we're going to place a town elder at, I think, the Stone Bridge. That's where Adriana is headed, so that would make a good location for that. And we're going to place Lord Hanbrook at the Stone Bridge. And then we'll discard these event cards. And that's going to complete Adriana's turn, and that will close out the hero turns. We'll move on to the mystery phase. And we're going to begin the mystery phase. We have to play that remains in play card called the Horror. It says at the start of each mystery phase, including this one, roll once on the cooperative mystery phase chart. So we're going to be doing that twice now until that card gets canceled. The roll is an 8, and that's murder, murder. Draw a random location and place 3 investigation there, moving the shadow track 1 step closer to darkness. The random location is revealed to be the town square. We'll place the 3 investigation at the town square, and then unfortunately the villain's Ship of the Dead ability will kick in. And that's going to place the pirate ghost captain at the location with the investigation. He appears there, and then we're going to be placing 2 ghost pirates at random locations as well. First location is going to be Smuggler's Cove. The other location will be the monastery. And that completes that ongoing remains in play card called the Horror. Now we have to go through our normal steps of the mystery phase, and that means we have to make another roll on the cooperative mystery card chart. That time the roll is a 12, and it says that's the sign of the dark omen. One of the town elders previously thought dead stumbles back into town. The first player immediately chooses any dead town elder, not evil elder, and returns them to play. Discard any secrets the town elder had and draw 2 new secrets for them without looking. Also, discard the top card from each location deck. Move the shadow track 1 step closer to darkness, and each hero gains 1 investigation. If there are no dead town elders, the first player instead chooses a town elder to gain a resolve token. All right. Well, there are no dead town elders. We have many town elders that are evil elders, but not dead ones. So we're going to be able to place a resolve token on one of the town elders of our choice. And I'm going to select Lord Hanbrook. And as the card said, if there are no dead town elders, the first player instead chooses a town elder to gain a resolve token. So all of that other stuff would only happen in the event that there were a dead town elder. But in the case that we don't have one, it appears that it says that word instead will supersede that. And now we'll move on to the mystery card draw. That card is revealed to be March of Darkness, Mystery. Every minion on the board moves 2 spaces along the shortest path towards the town hall. If there are no minions on the board, roll once on the villain's minion chart, re-rolling any event result, and place that minion at 2 random locations. Well, we have plenty of minions on the map. So we're going to move those. Now how this works with multiple boards is when you're on the Shadowbrook board, any minions there will move towards the town hall. If you're on the Echo Lake board, those minions will also move towards the town hall. However, if you're on the Coast board, those will move towards the town square. We'll make those movements. Now, as you can see at the town square, we have a ghost pirate that entered the space with the ghost captain. That cannot happen. So what happens there is the ghost pirates bump the ghost captain off the board, and the shadow track will drop an additional point. The shadow track moves from 13 now down to 12. And we've entered a new stage in that location. Now that is going to move Lady Hanbrook. Lady Hanbrook, if you'll remember, had that on the hunt card. And it says there that anytime the shadow track crosses into a new stage, move the elder to a new random location. So we'll draw a random location for her and find out where she moves to. And she's going to that's where she's at now, the abandoned keep. She'll remain at the abandoned keep. All right. That move on the shadow track will give the ghost ship an additional +2 wound boxes. And that brings the ghost ship up to a massive 57 wound boxes. And that is going to end the turn. We'll move the first player marker from Jack Fellows to Harlow Morgan. And that'll complete the turn. We'll move on to another set of hero turns, beginning with the first player, Harlow Morgan. Harlow is currently at the covered bridge. He has 1 piece of cursed gold with 2 investigation, and he has a layer card for the church. So I think we'll try to get him to the church if we can. He's going to make a roll for movement. He rolls a 5. He'll spend 4 movement points moving towards the church. And he reaches the church, where he's going to purchase a piece of cursed gold for 2 investigation. He spends the 2 investigation, discarding the layer card, and he'll gain that piece of cursed gold. That's his second piece. Harlow's going to encounter the space at the church that entitles him to draw an event card. And he draws the card called Battle Fury, Event Combat. Play to allow any hero, including yourself, to re-roll any number of their fight dice just rolled. That's a great card. We'll add that to our community pool. Harlow Morgan is out of investigation tokens, so he won't be able to use any of that trained spirit ability that would be available to him at the church. So we're going to end his turn there, and we'll move on to Captain Hawkins. Captain Hawkins is at the inn, and he does have a town hall, I should say a lair card at the town hall. So if he can move there, he'll be able to acquire his third piece of cursed gold. We'll make a roll for movement for him. He rolls a 3, and that will allow him to move to a space just south of the bog. It's a road space, so he won't have any encounters there, but he will play his advanced ability called Call to Arms. As an action, may pay 2 investigation to place a militia in any space on the board. And he'll do that. He's going to use the 2 investigation he'll pay, and he'll place a militia token at the town hall. And that's going to end Captain Hawkins' turn, and we'll move on to Adriana. We'll move on to Adriana. She has 6 investigation tokens, and she does have a lair card for the Stone Bridge. Now, the Stone Bridge is currently guarded by some ghost pirates, but she does have that spirit ability of 3, which is what is used when you're combating the ghost pirates. So I think that will work out pretty good. We're going to try to get her to the Stone Bridge. Hopefully she can defeat the ghost pirates. She'll be able to meet up with Lord Hanbrook and gain D6 investigation from that. That would be the plan. We're starting to get a little low on the ghost pirate tokens. We're down to 2 of those. If it ever runs to a point where you need to place a minion and there are no minion tokens left to place, the shadow track goes down 1 point for each of those that you're not able to play. So we need to make sure we've got some in the supply. We'll make a roll for movement for Adriana. She has a horse. She rolls a 4 that's modified to a 5. That's plenty of movement, and we'll move her into the Stone Bridge. And now she's at the Stone Bridge. She has to combat the ghost pirates. Now the ghost pirates have 4 fight dice, and we have to use spirit instead of combat to fight them. You also have another ability which I forgot about. It says at the start of each mystery phase, if at a corner location, reveal the top card of that location and remove it from the game. If at any other named space, reveal the top event card and remove it from the game. Well, we actually had several of those in the course of the game, and we should have had 1 card at the windmill and a event card from the South Dock, Town Square, the beach, and those will be event card removal. So I'm going to take care of those right now. All right, those cards have been removed from the game, and we're going to go into our first round of combat. Now, Adriana has an ability called Fast Strike. During a fight, roll fight dice and resolve any hits before the opponents get to fight back. So in theory, she would be able to take out these ghost pirates before they even had a chance to fire. We'll make the rolls. Adriana rolled a 1, 4, and 5, so that's going to get her 1 hit. And I think she's going to play a card called Battle Fury. And the card Battle Fury says, play to allow any hero, including yourself, to re-roll any number of their fight dice just rolled. So she's going to re-roll her 2 misses. I apologize, I didn't have that in frame. That was the roll, 1, 4, and 5, and she's playing the Battle Fury card. So she currently has 1 hit on the Ghost Pirates, and they take 2 hits to kill. So she's going to re-roll those 2 misses, and hopefully she can get them before they strike. And unfortunately she missed, so we're going to place a wound token on the Ghost Pirates, and now they're going to fire at her. The Ghost Pirates have a fight value of 4, so they're going to roll 4 dice. They rolled 1 hit, and we'll add that to Adriana. That's 1 of her 3 health boxes, and we'll start a new round. Adriana's going to use her Fast Strike, and she's using her Spirit, of course, in this combat. It gives her 3 dice to roll. And she laid out the Ghost Pirates with that 6. So that's going to remove the Ghost Pirates from the map. She's defeated them. She's going to earn 5 investigation for doing so. And that was a great victory for Adriana. That Fast Strike is very valuable. We are going to have her now encounter Lord Hanbrook at the Stone Bridge. That'll entitle her to a D6 roll. She'll be able to gain that much investigation. If she rolls a 1, Lord Hanbrook will gain an additional secret card. If she rolls a 6, he'll gain another resolve token. Here's the roll. She rolled a 2, so she's going to gain 2 more investigation. That'll bump her up to a total of 13 investigation. And since she's at the stone bridge, she's going to play that card and 2 investigation to gain her first cursed gold token. And now she's going to pay 3 investigation to draw another layer card. That will take her from 11 investigation down to 8. And the layer card is revealed to be the windmill. And that one costs 3 investigation to gain the cursed gold. So we'll add that to her tableau. And now she's going to encounter the space. The stone bridge is a dangerous location that will allow her to roll a d6. The roll is a 4, and she'll be able to draw an event card. The card is revealed to be Brilliant Deduction. Event Cunning. Give any hero or town elder +2 cunning for the rest of the turn, or shadow fight round, or peek at the secrets of one town elder without revealing them. All right, that's a good card. We'll add that to our collection of community cards. Now, Adriana can heal on the road. It costs 3 investigation points to do so, and I think she's going to do that. So we're going to pay 3 investigation that will allow her to heal the 1 wound that she has. We certainly don't need to give the villain any additional wound boxes, so I think it's best to keep our heroes as healthy as possible. And I think that's going to end Adriana's turn. We'll move on to Jack Fellows. Jack is very near the stone bridge on the road to the south of that, and he has 6 investigation tokens, 1 cursed gold, and he does have a layer card for the shipwreck. So we're going to try to get him to the shipwreck. We'll make Jack's roll for movement. He has a horse that'll give him +1. The roll is a 2, that's modified to a 3. So we'll move him north along the road towards the shipwreck. And that's a road space, so there's nothing to encounter there. I think we're going to end Jack's turn, and we'll move on to the mystery phase. And at the start of the mystery phase, there remains in play card, the horror will kick in, and that makes us do an extra cooperative mystery phase chart roll. So we're going to take care of that right now, and we'll roll the 2d6. The roll is a 9, and that's Unnatural Storm. A powerful supernatural storm has blown over the town. Immediately discard any mystery card in play that is keyword weather. Also roll once on the villain's minion chart, re-rolling any non-event result to see what the evil storm has brought. If the villain attacks during the storm, it does so at a random location and is at +3 combat. All right, we're going to make a roll on the minion chart, and we'll have to re-roll any non-event results. And after several re-rolls, we ended up with a 6, and that's going to be that cannon barrage. So we're going to have to determine a random location, and if that is a corner location, we're going to discard the top D6 cards from that stack. If it is not a corner location, it'll be the top D6 event cards, and those are going to be removed from play. The random location is determined to be the fields, so that will be the center of the barrage, and that's going to eliminate D6 event cards from the game. The roll is a 2, so we're going to discard and permanently remove 2 event cards from the deck. And then all of the event discards are also removed from play. As this is the start of the mystery phase, the Ghost Pirate special ability will kick in, and that's where, if they're at a corner location, we reveal the top card of that location deck, remove it from the game. If they're on any other named space, we remove an event card from the game. I'll take care of that at this point right now. And now we're going to make our regular Advanced Cooperative Mystery Phase chart roll. The roll's a 9, and that's another Unnatural Storm. Powerful supernatural storm has blown over the town. Immediately discard any mystery card in play that is keyword weather, and roll once on the villain's minion chart, re-rolling for a non-event result. All right, we'll do that. And this time we rolled a 1, that's Pillage. Discard the top 2 cards from each corner location deck. For every ally discarded in this way, place a Ghost Pirates at that space. The shadow track moves 1 step closer to darkness. All right. And that's going to move our shadow track down from 12 down to 11. We're starting to run out of time. And as a result of those discards, we ended up placing a Ghost Pirate at the manor and 1 at the windmill, and that dislodged a ghost minion that was there, and it moved one step closer towards the town hall. And unfortunately, we have only one Ghost Pirates token remaining, so if we are required to place any additional ones beyond that next one, we're going to be moving that shadow track down a step for each that we cannot place. And now we're going to draw our mystery card. The card is revealed to be Agents of Evil. Roll once on the villain's minion chart and work out the result. If a minion or villain attack result is rolled, place it on the board at a random location. Move the shadow track one step closer to darkness. All right, that's going to move the shadow track from 11 down to 10. The roll is a 4, so that is going to place the Ghost Captain at a random location. And he's going to appear at the Old Woods. That's going to complete the mystery phase. We're going to move our first player token from Harlow Morgan to Captain Hawkins. And the heroes definitely have their work cut out for them. We have boards. Each board has multiple ghost pirates on the board. Those are going to be draining cards from corner locations and from the event deck. So we need to not only combat those ghost pirates, but at the same time continue to build our supply of cursed gold, so that we're not penalized in our showdown against the ghost ship and the ghost captain. We'll continue on with another hero turn, starting with our first player, which is Captain Hawkins. We're ready to begin another hero turn. We'll start with Captain Hawkins. So far we've managed to collect 2 pieces of gold for Harlow Morgan, 2 for Captain Hawkins, 1 for Adriana, and 1 for Jack Fellows. We need to boost that up a bit to have any chance to fight against the ghost ship and the ghost captain. We'll need to continue with our pursuit of that, but in between we have to be worried about the number of ghost pirates on the board. That's going to end up being a problem for us if we let that go unabated. We'll start with Captain Hawkins. He is currently at the just east of the crossroads, and he's moving towards the town hall where he has a lair card. Captain Hawkins rolls a 6 for movement, and he's going to move to the town hall. He meets up with a section of his militia that he has at the town hall, and he's going to spend his lair card and gain a curse gold. He'll spend 1 investigation, and that's going to gain him his 3rd piece of pirate gold, which is great. And now Captain Hawkins is going to encounter his space. At the town hall, he's able to draw 2 event cards, and then he can keep 1 of those, and then he needs to roll a d6. On a 1 or 2, he's going to draw a mystery card. The event cards are Honorable Gesture and Near Miss. Honorable Gesture is give any hero or town elder +2 honor for the rest of the turn or showdown fight, or prevent any number of wounds that another hero is about to take. Gain 2 investigation for each wound prevented in this way. Or Near Miss. Force a hero, minion, or villain to re-roll any of their successful hits just rolled during a fight round, or cancel any mystery card that is keyword death. Alright, we'll make a decision on those. I think we're going to keep the Honorable Gesture card, and we're going to discard the Near Miss card. Now Hawkins has to roll a d6. The roll is a 2, so he'll have to draw a mystery card. And the card is revealed to be Traitor's Blood. Mystery Death. Every hero must roll a d6 and add their honor. The hero with the lowest result must choose one of the town elders to be killed by the villain. The hero also loses investigation equal to the chosen town elder's honor. Well, I'm going to see if there's a way we can cancel that card. Well, I had no way to cancel the card, so I ended up determining that it was Adriana, and I decided to kill Reverend Harding. We know that he was a evil elder, darkest secret he had, so we will kill him. That is going to cost Adriana 3 investigation tokens. That's his honor level. And then the mystery track is going to drop 2 points. And that will move it from 10 down to 8. Our mystery track has entered the 4th stage, and that's going to give the villain a +1 to combat. So stuff is getting progressively harder and harder. Captain Hawkins is going to play the card Brilliant Deduction. And it says, peek at the secrets of one town elder without revealing them. Well, he's going to select Magistrate Croft. We'll take a look at his secrets. And unfortunately, we find that Magistrate Croft is going to be a servant to darkness. So he is not going to be a viable elder to use during the showdown. We'll simply just put those cards back and not reveal them. And that's going to end Captain Hawkins' turn. We'll move on to Adriana. And we'll roll a die for movement for Adriana. She has a +1 for her horse. She rolls a total of 6, +1 is 7. So I think what we'll do is she has a card that will allow her to search for gold at the windmill. So I think we'll have her go to Smuggler's Cove and take the secret passage back to the abandoned keep and then move her to the windmill from there. I think that might be the best bet. So Adriana will move to Smuggler's Cove. And once there, she's going to, during her action, she'll investigate the space. So she'll draw a Smuggler's Cove card. And it's revealed to be the Lost Ship. Investigation, Lost Ship. From the vantage of the cove, you see the shape of a mysterious ship adrift in the distance. Make an Honor 4+ test and gain 2 investigation for each 4+ rolled. If the lost ship is not on the board, place it at the icy waters space. If it is already on the board, remove it. Well, there's a special rule for the ghost ship called Ship of the Dead. Anytime the lost ship would appear, instead trigger the barrage event. So we're going to play through the card, but it's going to set off a barrage event instead of appearing at the icy waters. So she's going to make a Honor 4+ test. Her honor is at a 4. I'll entitle her to roll 4 dice. Amazingly, she rolls 4 successes. That's going to earn her a total of 8 investigation, and then we're going to have to do a barrage attack from the ghost ship. And we discover that the center of the barrage is going to be at the manor. And the manor is going to discard and remove from the game D6 cards from its draw pile. The roll is a 3, so we're going to discard 3 cards from the manor deck, and then all discards will be removed from the game from that location. And that'll end the turn for Adriana. We'll move on to Jack Fellows. Jack is on the road space just to the west of Smuggler's Cove, and that's he's trying to get to the shipwreck, which is where he can try to find some of the pirate gold. We'll make a roll for movement for Jack. He has a horse that'll give him +1. He rolls a 1 that's modified to a 2, but that will entitle him to draw an event card. The card's revealed to be Accusation. Play as an action to immediately gain 3 investigation for each other hero in your space. Jack doesn't have enough movement to reach the shipwreck, so he'll move to Smuggler's Cove instead, where he'll meet up with Adriana, and I think he'll play that Accusation card that he just acquired. That'll get him 3 investigation for each other hero in his space. That'll earn Jack 3 more investigation, giving him a total of 9. And now he's going to encounter his space. He'll draw a Smuggler's Cove card. And Jack finds a corroded shovel item. When ending your move in any space that is not a corner location or town space, you may roll 3 dice. For every 4+, gain 1 investigation. If at least 1 6 is rolled, also draw an event. If at least 1 1 is rolled, also draw a mystery card. All right, well, that's a pretty good item, potentially. So I think we'll give that to Jack. He'll take that he has space in his tableau. And I think that's going to end Jack's turn. We'll move on to Harlow Morgan. Harlow is currently at the church. He has 2 gold coins, 2 of the pirate treasure, but he has no investigation. So he'll make a roll for movement. And Harlow rolls a 2. I think Harlow is going to travel to the doctor's office, and then there's an event card that he can play. Harlow makes his way to the doctor's office, and he's going to play an event card called Autopsy. And the card says, as an action while at the doctor's office, and only if there is at least 1 town elder dead, gain D6 investigation. So we'll roll a D6. and that earns Harlow 2 investigation points. And incidentally, his genius ability will kick in. That'll earn him an additional investigation at the start of his turn, so it gives him a total of 3 investigation. Now he's going to encounter the space at the doctor's office, and that will allow him to draw an event card. And he draws the card Search for the Truth. Event. Play to look at a town elder's secrets without revealing them. You may discard any number of those secrets by paying 1 investigation each. Afterward, if the town elder has no secrets remaining, draw 1 new secret for them without looking. Okay, that could be a valuable card for us to get rid of some of those potential bad secrets cards, like as an example for Magistrate Croft. So I think we might end up using that card at some point. We'll put that in our pool of cards for the moment. And as Harlow has only 2 pieces of gold, he's going to pay 3 investigation and draw a layer card. And the layer card is revealed to be the manor that's close by, but it is guarded by a ghost pirate. And that's going to end Harlow Morgan's turn, and we'll move on to the mystery phase. And the start of the mystery phase, we have to undergo that horror card that remains in play, and that's going to mandate that we do a mystery phase chart roll. The roll is an 8, and that's murder, murder. Draw a random location and place 3 investigation there. Move the shadow track 1 step closer to darkness. This counts as though the mystery card murder had been played for villain abilities. The location is determined to be the windmill. We'll place 3 investigation there. That will move the ghost captain to the windmill location, and then we have to place 2 additional ghost pirates at random locations. Now we only have 1 token remaining, so that is going to move the shadow track down a step. We'll be placing 1 ghost pirate at the beach, and the other one is going to move the shadow track down a step. Shadow track is going to move now from 8 down to 6, 1 for the inability to place the ghost pirate and another one for the mystery phase roll. And it moves to 6. And the ghost pirate arrives at the beach. That's going to displace the ghost pirate that's there. It'll move closer to the town square. And in turn, that is going to displace the ghost pirate that's there. That will go off the board, and the shadow track will drop an additional point down from 6 to 5. Well, it appears to be that the heroes are going to have to initiate the showdown a little faster than what we had hoped. Where time is ticking very quickly, and we're just going to have to see if we're able to defeat the ghost pirate and ghost captain. Now we'll move on to the normal advanced cooperative mystery phase chart roll. The roll is a 7, and that's Surge of Evil. Roll once on the villain's minion chart and work out the result. If a minion or the villain attacks, draw a random location for placement. Okay, we'll make a roll on the chart. The roll is a 1, that's Pillage. Discard the top 2 cards from each corner location deck. For every ally discarded in this way, place a ghost pirate at that space. The shadow track moves 1 step closer to darkness. That moves the shadow track from 5 down to 4, entering the final stage of the shadow track and giving the villain a +1 combat marker. And following the discarding of the 2 cards from each of the decks, we ended up placing a ghost pirate at the abandoned keep. There would have been 1 placed at the manor, but there were none to place. That moved the shadow track down 1 point for that. And there also would have been 1 placed at the windmill. There was already a ghost pirate there, so that has moved our shadow track down to 2. And now we're going to do our mystery card draw. And the card is revealed to be Shadows in the Dark. Mystery. Draw an epic villain encounter. If not using an epic villain, instead draw 2 mystery cards. Oh boy, it can't get much worse than this. And the first card is the Order's Influence. Play this card on Lord Hanbrook. While he is alive, roll a d6 at the start of each mystery phase. On a roll of 4+, draw an additional mystery card this turn. If he is dead or joined the villain, discard and move the shadow track one step closer to darkness. Remains in play. All right, we'll place that on Lord Handbrook. And the last card is Murder. Mystery Death. The villain has struck again. Place 3 investigation on the board at a random location and move the shadow track one step closer to darkness. That's going to move the shadow track from 2 down to 1. Shadow track is at 1. We're in severe hardship here. We're going to draw a layer card to determine where the 3 investigation will be placed. And it's determined to be at the Forgotten Island. So the ghost captain will relocate to the Forgotten Island. And unfortunately, we are going to lose the game because we have to place 2 additional ghost pirates on the board. There are none to place. So that means that the shadow track will move down an additional 2 points. And unfortunately, that means that the ghost ship, ghost pirate, and his ethereal crew have won the game. Well, that was a sudden and dramatic end to the game. I probably should have done a better job on clearing those ghost pirates off the map. I was too focused on obtaining the cursed gold for the heroes, and I let those ghost pirates collect on the board, and that costed me multiple points on the shadow track. We definitely ran into some trouble in the game when we had that advanced cooperative mystery chart roll, Lies in Deceit, and that's when we had to roll a d6, and any town elders with hero honor equal to or less than the roll would gain an additional secrets card. Well, unfortunately, we rolled a 6. That meant that every hero got an additional card, and that mandated that we reveal the secrets of 3 of the elders, and many of them went to the ghost ship and became evil elders, and that was a definite negative to us. That was a big hurt. Well, I think that just about wraps it up. Thank you for joining me for this playthrough of A Touch of Evil 10-year anniversary edition. I hope you enjoyed it. It's quite a lengthy one. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me at the Solo Gamers Club, and we'll see you again soon. Have a good evening.